Welcome to the Prep Zone. My name is Grant Yenny, and tonight we're here at LV McGinty Stadium as St. Paul's travels to take on Slidell in a big district matchup here in Week 8 that could potentially decide the district. I spoke with both coaches moments ago. Let's hear what they have to say, and we'll get to the action. Pre-game with Coach Favre. Coach, big matchup tonight. A lot of people saying it could decide to the district. What are you telling your guys coming into this matchup tonight?
Well, we just stick with our core values. Our motto for the year is finish strong. It's Week 8. So we want to finish strong, we want to finish this, and then we just want to stay in our identity of our core values and just come out with a great attitude and play with great effort tonight.
What's it going to take to beat a team like St. Paul's here tonight?
Well, we can't let Mashburn beat us. We got to be good tacklers. You know, we run real well to the ball, and we hit when we get there, and that's going to be important. We got to get him down to the ground. And then our offense has got to roll like it's rolled all year. We've got to be able to score plus 30 like we have all year and stay within our offensive average.
Pre-game with Coach Sears. Coach, it's our first time seeing your team in the prep zone here. Can you give us a rundown on how your season's gone so far?
Well, we started off slow. Started out 0-3. Played 3 tough ball games. Our kids really stuck together, showed a lot of character, and we just took it one at a time in district to bring us to this point.
This is a big district matchup. Some saying it could decide the district, this matchup. What are you telling your guys coming into this one?
Well, it's a big game. You know, when you're undefeated in district and you got another team undefeated in district at this point, it's a big game. So, you know, we take them one at a time, but at this point, certainly to have this matchup is a great opportunity for our kids to compete.
What's it going to take to beat a team like Slidell tonight?
Well, gosh, they have so many weapons, so we got to limit big plays, and we got to play good team defense tonight. And obviously, we just got to move chains and put some points on the board because they're going to score points.
Pearson to put it in play for the St. Paul's Wolves, boots it away, back deep, looks to get to Crawford. Crawford scoops it up, running, looking toward the middle, looking to get a block now, crossing the field, and he'll be brought down at about the 28-yard line. The 29-yard line. We'll get first look at Slidell's offense here, led by quarterback Jacob Guidry. Big-time players in Harlan Dixon and Tito Simmons. Simmons been a big part of this program since he was a sophomore, now a senior. Look for big plays out of him tonight. Dixon in the pistol behind Guidry on first down. Guidry going with that hard count. Play clock running down, 2 seconds on the play clock. Guidry, and that's going to be a delay of game on the first play from scrimmage for Slidell. Oh no, it looks Slidell called a timeout before it got down to 0, so no flag. But timeout with 11:52 remaining here in the first. So after the brief timeout, it's first down for Slidell, this big matchup. A lot of people saying that this could decide the district. An electric atmosphere on both sides of the stadium. Guidry calling for it on first down. The handoff goes to Dixon, coming near sideline, has a hole, spinning through, and he'll get down to about the 40-yard line. That's a first down on the 12-yard scamper by Harlan Dixon, the junior. That's a good start there. Coming out of the timeout, another first down for the Slidell Tigers. Good blocking there, opening up a hole, good vision from Dixon. So first and 10 at the 41-yard line for the Tigers. Slidell 2 to the top of your screen. Guidry calling for it, and that's picked off. Going the other way for St. Paul's with the ball is Canigliaro, and he'll get down to about the 20-yard line with Kyle Canigliaro, the 5'11", 165-pound senior defensive back, picks off Guidry on the second play of the game. A big-time play for the Wolves here early, in great field position for their offense to take the field. High-powered offense for St. Paul's led by Jack Mashburn. St. Paul's put up 72 points against Ponchatoula last week. Mashburn 1,200 yards passing on the year, but he also is a threat on the ground. As you see here, he takes this one running to the far sideline. And he'll be about 3 yards shy. That's about a 7-yard gain for Mashburn. Thompson with the tackle for the Tigers. That brings up 2nd and 2 on the scamper from Mashburn. See, he's a threat through the air, also a threat on the ground. He averages nearly 6 yards a carry for the Wolves. Motion across, Mashburn will take it again, left side has a hole, barreling forward, sprints through, and a touchdown. St. Paul's is on the board first as Jack Mashburn gets into the end zone on an 11-yard scamper. Great blocking there from that offensive line. Good push, opening up the hole for the quarterback on the keeper. Mashburn, a big kid, once he gets started, it's hard to stop him. 6'4", 210. Being looked at by several schools, including Nichols and Tulane. William Grand to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Mashburn. Snap is back. Grand's kick is up, and it is through. So with 10:41 remaining here in the first, St. Paul's leads 7-0. Kicking this one away, Pearson booting it downfield, and that will go. Oh, that hit it right at the goal line. So it'll be returned by Crawford, and Crawford gets out to about the 15-yard line. And here Crawford thought that it was going to go into the end zone for the touchback, and it bounced and was hit down at the goal line. So Crawford had to pick it up and try to run it out. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 16. Last time the Tigers came out, second play from scrimmage, Guidry was picked off by Cal Canigliaro. So now they're looking to put together a better drive here on their second outing here of the game. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Dixon in the pistol, calling for it. Guidry goes to Dixon, busting through, and that'll go for about 7 yards on the carry. So that'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Tigers. Good protection, good blocking from that offensive line up front. And Kyle Canigliaro with the tackle. So Guidry here on 2nd down, calling for it. Handoff once again goes to Dixon, looking to bounce it outside. Running forward, still on his feet. He made the first guy and the second guy miss. It took the third guy to bring him down at the 3rd level, and that'll be a 1st down for Slidell. Good hard running from the junior running back, number 23, Dixon. And also good blocking from the big guys up front. Carbajal, Muller, Birchfield, Newber, and Herod. 1st and 10. Now from the 37. Guidry motion Simmons. Snap, handoff goes Dixon again, right side. He'll be met and dropped. A gain of maybe 1? No gain on the carry, or a very short gain. That brings up 2nd and 9.5. There's St. Paul's cracking down. Hitting Dixon hard as he came through the hole. Good fill from the linebackers. So 2 to the top of your screen for Slidell. Calling for it, Guidry looking to pass. Reading across, launching it left side, has a man open. It's caught. That's Tito Simmons crossing the 40-yard line. A big gain for the Tigers. Brought down over there by number 4, Robert Bukoy, the 6'3", 185-pound senior. But a big gain for Simmons on the reception, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 40-yard line as they continue this drive. It's a 24-yard reception. Guidry calling for it. Handoff now, Dixon. Good blocking. And Dixon will gain about 2 there as soon as a hole opened. It was filled by Michael Felipe, the 6'1", 200-pound senior linebacker. But a 2-yard gain, or 2.5 yard for Dixon as Slidell continues this drive. Guidry calling for it, looking right side, launches it, Dixon wide open, 10-5 into the end zone. Slidell Tigers on the board, touchdown for Harlan Dixon. And that's a way to respond for Slidell after the initial interception. Slidell marches down quickly, scores on 2 plays, and then Slidell comes right back out. They don't, you have a short memory. You forget that. Come out, Slidell, a couple big plays, march down the field and score on St. Paul's. Now looking to equalize here are the Tigers. Guidry calling in a play as they're in the swinging gate, and there's the adjustment. And they'll bring over Josh Wills, the 5'7", 145-pound senior kicker, the lefty, to attempt the extra point to tie this one up out of the hold of Guidry. Snap is back, Guidry, hold, kick is up, and it is through. So we're tied up here at LV McGinty Stadium at 7 with 8:18 remaining here in the first quarter. So Wills to kick this one away after the Slidell touchdown. Boots it downfield. Will this go in the end zone? Yes, that's a touchback. And the Wolves will start their second drive at the 20. So their first drive, only 2 plays. They got very good field position to start it. 21 yards on the total drive as Mashburn carried both times. Now here, second drive, they have a longer field. We'll see what this offense can do. Look for Nick Stanton on the season, 30. He's more of the deeper threat. 30 receptions, 429 yards, 4 touchdowns for the Wolves. Mashburn by himself in the backfield. Keeper here has a big hole, trucking forward, and he'll get down to the 40-yard line. A 21-yard gain on the carry for Mashburn. And he's brought down by number 11, Dante Daniels, for Slidell. Daniels, 5'11", 190-pound junior for the Tigers. And that's a 1st and 10 for the Wolves from the 40-yard line. Motion, Will Robinson. Pitch goes to Robinson, trying to get to that far sideline, looking to cut it upfield, and he'll be tackled for no gain by the Missouri commit, Ishmael Burdine. So the speed of Burdine showing that next level speed you need for college, tracking that play the whole way and running down Robinson on the sweep. Will Robinson, 6 foot, 155-pound senior. So trips to the bottom of your screen. St. Paul's calling for it. The handoff goes up the middle, and that'll be a gain of about 5 on the carry by Carter Ely, the 5'10", 180-pound junior running back. Ely averaging 4.3 yards an attempt, has 3 touchdowns. So on third down, Mashburn going with the hard count, looking over for the new play coming in. New running back in there. You see Mitchell Smith to the left of Mashburn. They're going a bunch formation at the bottom of your screen with the receivers calling for it. Mashburn reads, pulls it, going left side and snuffed out. Read the whole way by the Tigers, and he's brought down by Solomon Hartley, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Well done reading that the whole way and bringing Mashburn down in the backfield. Brings up 4th down for St. Paul's as the punting unit comes. And to punt this one away is William Grand. Grand also the place kicker, and Ishmael Burdine back to return the punt for the Tigers. Snap, good snap back there. Grand boots this one away as pressure was bearing down. This one takes a bounce and will be downed by the Wolves at about the 24-yard line. So now we get another look. Slidell's offense, systematic, good drive down the field. 2 big plays for him that got him down to the end zone. Harlan Dixon capped that one off. Let's see what they do here 6:01 remaining here in the first. Score tied 7-7 with the Tigers starting out at the 24. And Tigers taking their time to get out to the ball. Led by quarterback Jacob Guidry. Play clock down to 4. As Simmons comes in motion. Guidry gets it off. Screen pass out to Tito Simmons. Simmons looking to get outside, and good defense there by the Wolves, snuffing that one out. Tackle made by number 6, Michael Ward, the 5'10", 160-pound senior defensive back for the Wolves. And now a new package coming in for Slidell. Some players subbing in and out here on 2nd and 11 at the 23. Guidry calling for it. Handoff here goes to Dixon. Dixon breaking through. It takes the second guy to bring him down. That second guy is Michael Felipe, the 6'1", 200-pound linebacker. But good blocking there once again by the Slidell offensive line, creating a hole for Harlan Dixon. And he doesn't need much. He hits the hole hard. Once he sees that seam, he's hitting it. And it took him getting to the second level to be brought down here, and bringing up 3rd and 7. Guidry calling for it. Play action, looking to pass, reading downfield. Has plenty time as he makes his read. He's hit as he throws. He attempted there as it falls incomplete, and tipped it out there for Jordan Smith. Good coverage there by the Wolves. But Guidry had plenty of time to throw there as he stepped up all of that time. Just kind of disappeared as the pressure bared down. He was hit as he threw. And we'll see the punting unit for Slidell. Marcus Candiff, the 6'5", 325-pound punter. Great snap back there quickly. And Candiff, beautiful punt, will be returned by St. Paul's, bringing it upfield as Ward runs into a pile. He'll be driven back and dropped. And we have a flag down. Pettis making the tackle, or leading the way with the initial tackle. So let's see what the flag is as we await the call to see where St. Paul's is going to start this drive. But a good showing from both defenses now in back-to-back outings on the field. Now awaiting the call. Let's see. Official still talking over down there. And they're looking for the spot. And as they back up, St. Paul's ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line, where they'll start this drive. So 4:30 on the clock here in the first, tied up at 7. And a standard base spread formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left for St. Paul's motion. Will Robinson across, faked the toss. Mashburn keeps it himself, coming near sideline, looking to cut it up, and he's dropped by a host of Slidell Tigers in the backfield, led by number 33, Kobe Pettis, the 5'11", 205-pound senior linebacker for the Tigers. And that was just great vision of veteran play from number 33 as they go back to the initial line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Mashburn calling for it, now reading, pressure coming immediately, and he'll be sacked, pushed back, still staying on his feet, but a great job there by Tristan Lear, the 5'10", 190-pound senior, just crashing right off the snap back there. And, before Mashburn could lift his head up to start surveying the field. Lear was there, dropping him back. So that brings up a 3rd and 18 for the Wolves. Great physical play from Tristan Lear. Ball at the 26-yard line. Trips to the top of your screen. Mashburn calling for it here. Launches this one, looking for Nick Stanton, and Stanton, wow, hauls it in using full extension on that 6'4" frame. It was a jump ball, and we have a late flag coming out, and St. Paul's sideline likes that one, so I'm assuming it's on the Tigers, but that's a big first down on 3rd and 18 for the Wolves on the 28-yard reception by Stanton. The call coming from the official, but there Stanton hauls that one in over. That's a personal foul on Slidell, obviously, but Stanton hauling that in over the Missouri commit, Ishmael Burdine.
Dead ball,
unsportsmanlike conduct. So that'll give even better field position for the Wolves after that big reception, making it 1st and 10 at the 31. Motion, Mashburn calling for it. He'll keep it himself, looking to run up the middle, met by a host of Tigers, and he'll be brought down after a gain of maybe a yard. 2 yards on the carry, yeah. So when you're 6'4", as you're going down, you can extend out and gain even more. So that's about a 3-yard gain, a long 3, making it 2nd and 6 for the Wolves as they await the play from the sideline. But second down, Mashburn calling for it. Handoff goes to the running back who has a big hole, hits it hard. That'll be another first down for the Wolves. Mitchell Smith on the carry, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore running back. And just great push up front by that St. Paul's offensive line of Nadishin, Palazzo, Grieger, Algero, and Juge. They have a couple 300-pounders, and the rest of them are close to it. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line here with 2:21 on the clock. Motion across, Mashburn. Handoff goes, and he'll be met at the line. Brought down Smith on the carry, brought down there by Cameron Williams, the 5'11", 230-pound junior for Slidell. Clock continues to run, under 2 minutes to go here in the first. That makes it 2nd and 9. And St. Paul's lines up. They have 4 to the right. Mashburn calling for it, launching it out left side. And there's flags all over the play. Flags came out pretty quickly as it was Burdine and Stanton tangled up. So St. Paul's went 4 to the right, and they had that one-on-one of Burdine and Stanton going towards the end zone, and the flags came out as they got pretty close to as the ball came out. Pass interference of some sort. And they're going to call it on the defense. No, offsetting penalties as St. Paul's had a man downfield. So that'll be 2nd and 9 at the 17 as the penalties offset. Mashburn calling for it, looking downfield, surveying the field, launches this one intended out there on another flag comes out. That was intended for Daniel Zuckerman falls incomplete, but almost immediately as Zuckerman was reaching out for it, we had flags come out. Waiting the spot here. The white hat. And yeah, pass interference called on Slidell. So that'll move them forward once again. That's back to back. Called on the Tigers, and this will be with half the distance. They'll mark it at
half the distance to the goal. Will be 2nd and 1. Wolves.
They're inside the 10 on 2nd and 1. Motion. Mashburn keeping it himself, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped. He will not get the first down as he's brought down by big Marcus Candiff. 325 falling on top of him. So that'll be, oh, we have another flag down. So 3 plays, 3 flags in a row, slowing this one down. And we await the call from the officials once again as they conference. Mr. White hat calling a personal foul, and that's on St. Paul, so that'll back him up to about the 25-yard line. For 3rd and 17. They have 17. They have 2nd down on the marker over there though. Mashburn going with the hard count, survey the field, and St. Paul's lining up with Mashburn solo in the backfield, trips to the right, motion across now. Snap is back. Mashburn will take this one running upfield, and he'll be wrestled down at about the 20-yard line. So about a 5-yard gain on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Hartley on the tackle, the 6-foot, 180-pound junior. On the tackle for the Tigers. And a lot of discussion down as they're calling down. Coach Favre is going to discuss this over with the official because it was a dead ball foul before when I was saying 3rd down, but they had 2nd on the marker over there. This should be 4th down. As Coach Favre talks it over with the official. So talking it over, keeping it at 3rd, and a lot of talking about what this penalty is. So 3rd down, as they talk it over, they will not award it. It'll be 3rd down for St. Paul's. Mashburn going with the hard count. Slidell holds discipline. 29 seconds on the clock here remaining in the 1st. Mashburn calling for it, looking downfield, surveying it, launching it out to a wide open Will Robinson. Robinson stretching out. He'll get down to about the 2-yard line. And that'll be a 1st down for the Wolves. The big play. Oh, he's at the 4-yard line. But there it was 3rd and 11 in St. Paul's. has another big play getting it down to the 4 with the completion of Will Robinson. And that will end the first quarter as St. Paul's heads over to the sideline. Clock ticks down. So at the end of 1, we're tied up at 7 apiece. So to start off the second quarter, Mashburn calling for it. Handoff goes to Ely, right side, and he is in for the score. Good blocking up front by those big offensive linemen for the Wolves. Opening up a lane for the 5'10", 180-pound junior Ely to rush it in from 4 yards out for the Wolves. And now William Grand on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Mashburn. Snap is back. Grand's kick is up, and it is... oh, we have a flag down. It's Flag City here so far in this matchup. At least as of late at the end of the first, and then here to start off the second. They have encroachment called on the Tigers. St. Paul's to re-kick out of the hold of Mashburn. Grand to attempt the extra point. Good snap back. Grand's kick is up. Birdie nearly getting there. And the kick is up and through. So with 11:56 remaining here in the first half, St. Paul's leads 14-7. So Pearson on to attempt the kickoff for St. Paul's. Back deep, Crawford and Birdie, both dangerous threats to return it. Let's see who will take this one. And Crawford got it and pitches it back to Birdine. Birdine upfield, and he'll be brought down from behind by Rhett Barker, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore for St. Paul's. So we'll see the Slidell offense take over at the 30-yard line, 70 yards in their face, as they look to score here and equalize after the St. Paul's touchdown. It's 11:51 on the clock here. 14-7. St. Paul's here on 1st and 10. Guidry calls for it. Handoff goes to Simmons. And Simmons will lunge forward for about a gain of 3 on the carry. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. And Felipe on the tackle. I've said his name a lot so far tonight, and it's only the second quarter. Felipe, 6'1", 200-pound senior linebacker. And now Slidell. Guidry in the gun. Handoff once again goes Simmons going left side, and he'll be wrestled down by number 9, Wayne Galloway. Galloway is 6'1", 190-pound junior. Wrestles him down. Galloway, I remember watching him as a freshman against Covington in a JV and freshman game, and he was about the same size as he is now, and just as athletic. He was playing varsity and JV as a freshman. It's been a big staple of this program for now going on 3 years. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Simmons across in motion. Snap is back. Guidry looking to pass. It's a screen. Dixon slips away from one, and he's brought down over there near the St. Paul's bench by Kyle Canigliaro. So the jailbreak screen there is St. Paul's started getting pressure, and at that point, if you're a defensive lineman and you're coming that free, it's time to turn and run, because you know it's most likely a screen coming towards you. Or, excuse me, going on behind you. But that brings up 4th down and brings Marcus Candiff on to punt this one away. Snap back. Candiff fields it cleanly, punts this one away, and and a slip and fall. Turf Monster got there to Michael Ward as he went to field the punt.
Punt taken in at the
Last
32
outing
yard
for
line.
St.
First
Paul's
and 10
resulted
Wolves.
in 6 for the Wolves. Now they'll have about 68 yards ahead of them to get to the end zone as they look to break their huddle and come back out. But St. Paul's, you see the offensive line coming out first to line up. Big guys down there. They have Juge is 6'4", 300. Alvaro 6'1", 300. Krieger 6'3", 295. Palazzo 6'2", 280. And Nadishin 6'4", 290. So big guys up front. Motion from Will Robinson. Calling for it. Handoff goes to Ely inside, and he'll be brought down by Cameron Williams after a gain of 2
Picks up on Blaine.
there on the carry. So coming into this one last week, Ely
With the stop.
also good out of the backfield, 4 receptions, 20 yards, but 263 yards rushing. That brings up second and 6 for the Wolves as Mashburn puts Robinson in motion, calls for it. Handoff goes once again to Ely, and he slipped there on the handoff. He'll be brought down in the backfield by Hartley, along with Blake Simmons.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
Both crashed in, caught him in the backfield, and brings up 3rd and 8. But St. Paul's has been excellent on 3rd down here in this matchup so far. As they're waiting the play, look for Mashburn to either pass it here, look for Stanton one-on-one there with Burdine there at the bottom of your screen. Mashburn looking downfield, now looking right side. Pressure getting to him, and he's dropped, sacked in the backfield by Retief. The junior defensive tackle brings him down and brings up 4th down for the Wolves. A great stand there by the Slidell defense. So Retief there along with Blake Simmons. And they'll have Missouri commit Ishmael Burdine standing at the 40 to field this punt from Grand. Snap is back. It's a high snap, but Grand fields it. Punts it away. Burdine looking to run upfield, breaks 2 tackles, looking to break a 3rd, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down finally by Gunnar Dosat, a 5'10 freshman for St. Paul's. But it took a host of Wolves there, a pack to wrap him up. You saw Colton Porter had him by the back, slowing him down, slowing Burdine down, so the rest of the Wolves could get there to make the stop. So it's 14-7, St. Paul's leading here with 7:35 to go here in the first half. Slidell looking to equalize here. Certainly have the big play potential and the players, the athletes, to march this one down the field. Guidry handoff goes to Dixon on 1st down. Dixon spins away from one, and it takes Galloway along with Jacob Frolick
Wayne Galloway made the stop.
to bring him down, but that's a 7-yard gain, an 8-yard gain for Dixon on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Check that, 2nd and 3 for the Tigers as the ball is at the 45-yard line. Guidry in the gun, Dixon to his right. This time play action. Guidry looking downfield as the pocket breaks down, running to his right. He'll take this one himself, running forward, tiptoeing down the sideline, and he'll be brought down from behind by number 94, Michael Crockett. But that's a 1st down for the Tigers, and a good job by Guidry there, showing toughness to just tuck and run as he had nothing open downfield. Takes it himself and gets the big 1st down to keep the Tiger drive alive. They're going 2 2 to the right here in the pistol with Dixon. Calling for it. Guidry, handoff, goes to Dixon, looking right side, cuts it upfield. Oh, and he had a seam there. And it took Michael Felipe with a tackle at the ankles to save that one, because it looked like Dixon would have been off to the races had Felipe not been there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Tigers at the 24-yard line. Motion across for Slidell, calling for it. Guidry, the give, goes to Dixon once again, left side. Good blocking, cut upfield. And that'll be another first down for the Tigers as they continue this drive. And once again, just spectacular blocking from that offensive line. Also had good blocking outside from his receivers, opening up a lane for him as he ran to that left side. But it's 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line with 6 minutes to go here in the second. Calling for it, handoff goes Dixon. Once again has a hole, hitting it hard, tried to cut there, and Galloway will be credited with the tackle, but Dixon slipped as he was trying to cut to the left to avoid Galloway. Slick turf down there on the field here at LV McGinty, but Dixon, when he made his cut, lost his footing, and Galloway was able to bring him down. That brings up 2nd and 3 for the Tigers. An audible from Guidry as he's looking to get one of his receivers' attention. Play clock running down, gets that one off, and the pass complete and into the end zone for the touchdown. Guidry to Brandon Spann, the 6'3", 225-pounder, the senior, hauls that one in. And you saw Guidry was yelling at Spann right before that play. I'm assuming that audible was what led to that connection there. They went with the quick slant. Spann using his wingspan, long wingspan, to haul that one in. And a touchdown for the Tigers as Wills is on to attempt the extra point. And we have a flag down, another one. See what the call is. It's encroachment called on the Wolves. They're going to decline it. So Wills will attempt the extra point here, looking to tie it up. And let's see. A little more discussion with the officials on the field. And setting up ready to go. No call there, just another talk. So the extra point coming from Wills. Snap, kick, and it is good. So, tied up game, 5:12 to go here in the first half. Score is tied at 14 here at LV McGinty Stadium. And Wills to kick this one away after the touchdown for the Tigers. That one goes into the end zone for the touchback. 80 yards in the face of the Wolves here on this drive as they look to reclaim the lead. Slidell, there on the previous drive, able to get into the end zone with Spann hauling in a pass from Guidry. And Mashburn calling for it, throwing on the swing out to still Smith going downfield, looks to be off to the races as he continues to run, and he'll be run down from behind by Kobe Pettis for the Tigers, but a huge gain for the Wolves. 50-yard run there for Mitchell Smith, the 5'10 sophomore. And chain crew running behind, having to haul down the field to set this one up. St. Paul's at the 30-yard line. The big play potential is there for St. Paul's as well. Motion across, Will Robinson calling for it. Pass out complete to Robinson, looking to bring it upfield, barrels forward. Good physical play there, brought down by Dante Daniels, but Robinson, as he realized he was going to take a hit, instead decided to put his head down, throw his shoulder, and lay a lick as well, rather than just receiving one. As Coach LeCompte used to tell me at Mandeville, you want to be the hammer, not the nail. Will Robinson, motion handoff, kept up the middle by Mashburn. And Mashburn will gain maybe a yard on the carry as he was brought down hard by Pettis. Solomon Hartley also involved on that tackle. Brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Wolves as they look to continue this drive. Look for Nick Stanton, who's at the bottom of your screen. Hard count from Mashburn. St. Paul's going trips. There at the bottom of your screen you have Stanton, Yancey, and Robinson. Calling for it. Mashburn, pass. Oh, Stanton bounced off his chest. Didn't look that one in. Didn't catch it in the hands. Let that one get to his chest. Bounced and falls incomplete and brings up 4th down for the Wolves. So let's see if they keep their offense out there, or do they attempt the field goal. It'll be a long field goal. And there it looks like they're going to go for it. Checking into the game, Mason Impastato, 5'7", 150-pound senior. And they're going to go 5 wide here on 4th down. 4th and 6. Mashburn, Slidell. They expect that initial look as Mashburn surveys the field, so Slidell holds discipline. Hard count. Oh, and that's a false start called on St. Paul's. They're on 4th. And it was a pass that was intended for Robinson, but this should be for Nadas. That's a false start. Called on St. Paul's. The pass fell incomplete. Attempted for Robinson. So they're going to decline it, and that'll be a 1st down for Slidell, a turnover on downs. Coach Favre fired up on the sideline saying, let's go. That's another great hold by the Slidell defense. Now 3:31 to go here in the first half, 14-14. So on 1st and 10, Dixon, handoff goes, barreling forward, and he'll be brought down from behind by number 44, Philippi. And about a 4-yard gain on the carry there from Dixon. Brings up 2nd down. Clock down to 3 minutes here in the first half. Calling for it. Pitch up to Dixon. Off to the races. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Pay dirt. Harlan Dixon to the end zone on a 70-yard flick. There, it was a play action there. Dixon was open for the shovel pass. And it was off to the races once Guidry got it to him. A huge gain for the score. There's a swinging gate lined up for Slidell. The speed of Dixon there outrunning the entire St. Paul squad. Get to the end zone and give the lead to the Tigers. Snap is back. Will's kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:45 remaining here in the first half, Slidell leads 21-14. So Wills to kick this one away. 2:45 on the clock here in the first half. And this one will be returned by the Wolves, looking to get toward the middle is Ward. Ward running up field, and he'll get across the 30-yard line. Good return there by the senior defensive back on the return, and Slidell's defense, big stop on their last outing. See if they can do it again here. Meanwhile, St. Paul's looking to equalize right here before half. Both teams explosive plays in this game all night. So now Mashburn in the gun on first down, calling for it. Handoff goes to Ely, and he's run down in the backfield there by Matthew Retief, 6 foot, 245-pound defensive end. Running him down. He made the initial contact deep in the backfield, and Ellie able to run it upfield. Retief wasn't going to let the play end that way, so he ran him down from behind and brought him down with force. Mashburn rolling to his right, looking downfield, surveying the field, now looking to keep it himself, going back the other way. He'll be met and run out of bounds by number 11, Dante Daniels.
Mashburn carries.
But Mashburn will get
Knocked out of bounds by number 11.
no gain there, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Wolves here with 1:54 to go before half. In it, running back for the Wolves is Mitchell Smith, calling for it. Mashburn now rolling right, looking downfield, pass picked off, going the other way for the Tigers, intercepted by Markeegan Gray. And a big play here before half as Slidell looks to take the 2-score lead. 1:46 to go here in the first half. We'll see Guidry and company take the field with great field position. And a big play once again by that Slidell defense. It's been tremendous. So it's 1st and 10 from the 34. For the Tigers, they're going, and Coach, let's see, Coach Favre may have taken a timeout. Yeah, Coach Favre takes a timeout. So with 1:46 remaining here in the first half, Slidell leads 21-14. Coming out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 1:46 on the clock here in the first half. Looking to take that 2-score lead before half. That would be big time for the Tigers. Motion across from Spann, calling for it. Guidry looking downfield as pressure starting to bear down from Philippi. Launches this one deep, and it's incomplete. Receiver slipped and fell, and the ball hit off of Robert Bukoy deep there around the 5-yard line. Pass falls incomplete.
Coverage by number 29, covering.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers there. Now Slidell setting up for another play here before with 1:39 to go. Simmons motion give goes to Simmons on the sweep, looking to get upfield, gets to about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers as the clock continues to run. 1:20 to go here in the first half. As Guidry awaits the play from the sideline for Slidell.
Check that.
You have a flanker there in Kevin Boatner calling for it. Guidry looking downfield, pumps, passes, and falls incomplete, just out of reach of Kyle Canigliaro. Falls incomplete, brings up 4th down for the Tigers. Canigliaro had that early interception for the Wolves on this second play of the game. And there, as he jumped up for it, it just cleared his fingertips and fell incomplete. But under a minute to play, 53 seconds to go here in the first half. Slidell leading 21-14. Now they're going trips left. Guidry reading the defense, calling for it with 1 second on the play clock. Launches this one deep to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown right at that back line. Caught by Jordan Smith, the 6'1", 170-pound junior. Caught it, looked like he got his toes in right at the back of the end zone. What an incredible pass and catch right here before half to give the Tigers a 2-score lead. 46 seconds remaining here in the first half now as Wills comes on to attempt the extra point. Snap back, kick is up from Wills, and it is through. So 46 seconds remaining here in the first half. Slidell leads 28-14. So Wills to boot this one away after the Slidell touchdown right before half. Booted, this will be returned by the Wolves. Bringing it, lays a lick there at the 20-yard line. And St. Paul's will have a long way to go here with 40 seconds on the clock before half. Physical play down there on the field in this big-time matchup. The Slidell cheering section has been electric tonight. First and 10, calling for it. Mashburn, pass out to Will Robinson, and Robinson is able to get out of bounds. So he's about 3 yards shy of the first down. Oh, check that, he's about 5 yards shy. That brings up 2nd and 5 with 34 seconds, but heads up play there by Will Robinson to get out of bounds. St. Paul's awaiting a new play from the sideline. Mitchell Smith switching sides. Smith in at running back, motioning Smith out. Look for him on the swing, able to haul that one in. Rushing up forward, dives, and that'll be a first down for the Wolves. 28 seconds on the clock here in the first half. They're going to need bigger plays there with 28 seconds left. However, they do have 3 timeouts. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Mashburn going with that hard count. Slidell's held disciplined as they've come to pretty much expect it. Mashburn calling for it on first down. Now rolling, pass out to Robinson. That's that same play that they ran the first play of this drive. Catching Robinson, he gets out of bounds. Robinson basically running close to this near sideline. Mashburn tossing it out to him, and Robinson getting as many yards as he can before going out of bounds. 23 seconds. 2nd and 2. Mashburn calls for it, rolling right, looking downfield, caught. Nick Stanton down to the 45-yard line on the reception, another first down, and Coach Sears will take a timeout with 17 seconds remaining here in the first half. Slidell's up 28-14. So 17 seconds on the clock here. Trips to the top of the screen. with 17 seconds on the clock. Mashburn in the gun, motion out there from Smith. And Smith complete out there and trying to get out of bounds. Did he get there? Yes. Officials say he got out there, but that's a short gain, about a gain of 2. So 11 seconds now on the clock for the Wolves on 2nd and 8. So Nick Stanton lining up to the left as they go trips to the bottom of your screen. Mashburn on 2nd down, calls for it, looking to pass, looking left side, slings it out, intended for Stanton, and Stanton slipped, and it falls incomplete. It hit his hands, but once again allowed it to get to his chest. Bounced off into the ground, unable to haul it in. So 7 seconds now on the clock here on 3rd down. St. Paul's awaiting the play from the sideline. I think you have a play if it's, they're going to take the timeout to draw up a play. So 7 seconds remaining here in the first half. Slidell leads 28-14. All right, so 3rd down coming out of the timeout. Mashburn in the gun. Trips to the right, trips to the top of your screen. Mashburn calling for it, screen pass out to Will Robinson, brings it up, and he'll get out of bounds with 2 seconds left.
Complete to Robinson.
And it's decision time. I don't.
Forced out of bounds by Jerry Thompson.
As it gets down to 2, they're going to have to. That's going to be a very long field goal for a high school kicker. And they're going to talk it over as Coach Sears
It's going to be 4th and a yard.
will take another timeout with 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's Slidell leading 28-14. You can see to the left of your screen a lot of players back in that prevent for Slidell as Mashburn calls for it on 4th down. Clock winds down. It's a Hail Mary to the end zone, and it is batted away by Ishmael Burdine, and Slidell will go to half, leading St. Paul's 28-14.
14.
Good evening, L.B. McGinty Senior Stadium. Please welcome to the field the funkiest of the funkies. The band's so low down, they have to look up to look down. The premier band of the North Shore, the St. Paul's Marching Wolves. Leading the congregation of function writers, drum majors Ross Hightower and Beast Montero, and Golden Blues captains Savannah Carr and Hannah Cole. We're taking it back a bit tonight. We're going to start tonight's show with a heavy metal hit from Black Sabbath, War Pigs. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to stay in the Wayback Machine tonight and bring back another classic hit, A Wild Cherry. Play that funky music. Please keep the applause going for the Golden Blues as they take the field and dance to the classic AC/DC hit, Back in Black. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. The St. Paul's Marching Rolls under the direction of Andrew, just plain funky Moran, and Catherine. She is no Warfield Banta. Safe travels, thanks for paying attention, and we are out.
Here to perform tonight's feature dance of the Slidell High School Swingerettes. Led by Captain Brianna Hackett, co-captains Elias Strickland and Georgia Peck, and Lieutenant Olivia Redmond. Swingerettes present the K-pop hit Mic Drop by BTS. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Swingerettes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Slidell High School Marching Tigers. Performing their competition show, Mirage. The Marching Tigers are led by Captains Deanna Tyner, Kat Kraus, Cole on the PA, Matthew Perrone, Tommy Berwa, Matthew Spencer, Angel Fisher, and Hannah Carly March. The color guard is led by Captain Cartman McFadden. And now, under the field command of drum majors Jeremy Bartow and Sarah Ford, we proudly present the Slidell High School Marching Tigers.
So Wills to kick this one away to kick off the second half here as Slidell leads St. Paul's 28-14. Kicks this one back. It'll be returned by Ward. Ward has a seam, hits it, and he is shellacked by number 57, Nolan English, 5'8", 200-pound junior for the Tigers. So here with St. Paul's getting the ball to start off the second half, they're looking to close this two-score gap, this lead that Slidell has. They've been able to put together explosive plays, but some drops. They've had guys open. Some drops have hurt them as they've tried to move the ball down the field, as well as just stellar defensive play from Slidell. Snap is back. Mashburn calling for it, and the handoff goes to Ely. Ely will be dropped by a host of Lions, led there by Cameron Williams.
Ely picks up about a yard. Wrapped up by number 95, Cameron Williams.
Williams jumping off the field. As he looked to have a leg injury, jumps off. He's now on the sideline and looks like he's able to put some power on it, his own power on it. So on second down, Mashburn, that hard count. Mashburn in the first half was 11 of 16 for 140 yards and an interception. So they go trips to the top of your screen. Mashburn calls for it, reading, keeping it himself, going left side. And then he'll gain about 4 on the carry before being brought down by number 11, Dante Daniels, the junior linebacker. That brings up 3rd and 5 for the Wolves. Slidell looking to get another hold here. Earlier in the game, St. Paul's was very good on 3rd down. But Slidell, and now we have a flag come out. Slidell's in the latter half, that first half, did very well holding them. This looks to be encroachment on the Tigers as the officials talk it over. He goes back. Yeah, encroachment called on the Tigers. So that'll be an easy first down for the Wolves, given to him by the Tigers. Drive continues. Ball at the 43-yard line here on 1st and 10, 10:49 to go. Trips to the top of your screen for the Wolves. And into the game at running back, it's Mitchell Smith. He and Ely have been switching out throughout the game. Carter Ely. Motioning Smith out, looking downfield, lofting this one deep. And that was intended for Robert Bukoy, but he was slipped up and fell, and the ball sailed incomplete. On the coverage there was Jerry Thompson, but it looked like Bukoy was open, and then he slipped around the 30-yard line mark, and the ball fell incomplete. So Mashburn now on 2nd down, calling for it. Play action, rolling right, pressure coming, launches it, nearly picked off by Dante Daniels, unable to haul it in, but that'll bring up 3rd down as it falls incomplete for the Wolves. And great pressure there, almost off jump by Solomon Hartley, who as soon as the ball was snapped was getting into the backfield, going to rush Mashburn down and nearly causing Mashburn to throw an interception there as he was just desperately trying to get the ball away. So here 3rd and 10, Mashburn calling for it, looking downfield, launches it out, looking for Stanton. Birdie, Stanton's able to haul it in as it's essentially a tip drill. Birdie went for it, Stanton went for it. They both went to high point it. Stanton just got up a little more. Birdie got a hand on it though, and as Stanton fell back, he was able to pull it in and bring it down for the big play, 1st down for the Wolves on the 33-yard reception. by the senior Stanton. So 1st and 10. Mashburn pass. Oh, an incomplete. Intended for Galloway coming in. He was going for the screen pass, the comeback screen. Hit him in the chest and falls incomplete. And that brings up 2nd and 10. So the Wolves, they're going that bunch trips formation you see at the top of your screen, that top right corner. Mashburn calling for it, running right, and he'll take it himself, right side. And that was designed the whole way. Mashburn off tackle. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Wolves. And then 2 to the right, 2 to the left here. Calling for it. Play action. Mashburn keeps it himself, rolling left side, looking to power forward, and he'll be dropped back by a host of Tigers. Maybe a gain of 2. No, a gain of 1 on the carry, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Wolves. That'll bring up 4th and 3. And the Wolves, no field goal unit, even in sight, no warm-ups. They're going to keep that offense on the field and go for it here on 4th down. Mashburn has Smith to his right, trips right, calling for it. Mashburn play action pass is incomplete, intended for Jacob Yancey. It hit him in the hands, but great defense there by Markeegan Gray, the 5'10 sophomore for Slidell. And once again, this stellar defense for the Slidell Tigers holds. A turnover on down, so now we'll see Guidry and company as they look to extend this lead. Already leading 28-14, 8:46 to go here in the 3rd. And Guidry in the first half, sensational, 7 of 11, 174 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception. That interception on the 2nd play of the game, and he rebounded very well. First and 10. Give goes to Simmons, and he's hit hard in the backfield and dropped by Michael Crockett, the 6'1", 215-pound junior for Slidell. Just breaking through off jump, catching Tito in the backfield. Tito tried to dance around him, then absorbed a big hit and brings up 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. Slidell going 2 to the right. Guidry calling for it. Handoff here goes Dixon. Dixon running left side, trying to get away from one, and that's a good hustle there by the Wolves. Number 29, Connor Eichel, 5'5", 145-pound senior.
And Dario Kim, 3rd down, Tigers.
Check that out. Shandara Kim, but had him around the ankles and then cleaned up. Calling for it, Guidry on 3rd, looking long, launches it for Simmons and batted away. Defense there by the Wolves will bring up 4th down, and on will come the punting unit. It was Galloway on that sensational defense there. Now 4th down and 14 for the Tigers.
Broken up by number 6, Michael Ward.
That'll bring on big Marcus Candiff, 6'5", 325-pound senior punter.
Ward back to receive.
325-pound punter. You heard that correctly. Candiff waiting for it, bringing the house, and it's blocked! Ball in the end zone, covered up.
Block punt, St. Paul Wolves.
And that is a touchdown for the Wolves as they brought the house on that punt. and got the block off Candiff.
With the touchdown.
And a big play for the Wolves here in the third quarter. Now St. Paul's within 1. Slidell, but just a sensational special teams play there by the Wolves. William Grand to attempt the PAT. Snap is back, place, kick is up, and it is through. So with 7:23 remaining here in the third quarter, Slidell leads 28-21. So Pearson to kick this one away for the Wolves. Boots this one deep to Crawford. Crawford off his fingertips. Oh, wow, and that's out.
Ball goes out inside the 1
Let's see,
yard
out of bounds
line.
at the
10 Tigers.
2 yard line, or 1 yard line. So another special teams play going in St. Paul's favor as they have Slidell with their back against the wall. Crawford couldn't haul that one in. He got a hand on it, and then it rolled out of bounds at the 1. On that special teams play that led to the touchdown for St. Paul's, that blocked punt, Micah Crockett with the block. Rhett Barker recovered it. But now 28-21, Slidell leads. Guidry is 5 yards deep in his end zone. Guidry takes the snap, handoff goes Dixon, and Dixon, a modest gain.
No gain.
Brought down, brought down right at the 1, so no gain. Will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
It'll be 2nd down, Tigers.
St. Paul's defense came out swinging here in the second half as they held Slidell 3 and out, and then got that blocked punt. Handoff again goes Dixon coming out. He'll get across the 10-yard line, so that will be a first. Let's see, close to a first down. Will they give it to him? Very close as they mull it over. And that's a first down for the Tigers. So that gives them a little breathing room now as they're at the 11-yard line. Thanks to Harlan Dixon coming near sideline. Good blocking there from the big guys up front for Slidell. Guidry calling for it here on first down. Now surveying, launches this one deep for Tito Simmons. Simmons diving for it and falls incomplete. There is Michael Ward helping Simmons up. He was on the coverage there, and Simmons had a step on him, but the ball just overthrown. Simmons, good effort laying out for it. And that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers at the 11-yard line. Calling for it, oh, high snap, Guidry fielding it, looking to pass, launches it out, and there Ward on defense again as the ball was thrown. Guidry under duress, ball was thrown out to Simmons, and Ward able to bat it away, making it 3rd and 10. Excellent play from the 5'10 senior Michael Ward, covering one of the best athletes in the district in Tito Simmons. That brings up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Trips to the top of your screen. Guidry calling for it, looking to pass, surveying, pressure coming. Evades it, going left, has a wide open man caught, crossing the 20, breaking it low, has him around the ankles and cleaned up, pushed out of bounds, but that is Tyler Harris with the reception. The 5'11 senior hauls that one in, and that's a first down for the Tigers. There, number 90, Spencer Fox, came in to clean that one up as Galloway had him around the ankles. He couldn't bring him down. It was hard running there from Harris as he did not want to go down. 20 yards there at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. The Tigers continue this drive that started at their 1. Guidry looking to pass his pressure, bears down, launching this one deep, and it's incomplete. Intended for Jordan Smith. The crowd here wants pass interference, but no call as the boos pour in. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. And brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line. A beautiful pass from Guidry. Trips to the top of your screen for the Tigers here on 2nd down. Guidry calling for it. Handoff goes to Dixon. He's met immediately by a wall of Wolf defenders, brought down by Spencer Fox, the 6'3", 190-pound senior. Makes it 3rd and 9 at the 32. A crucial 3rd down, and you see Guidry talking to Dixon. The quarterback, the field general, giving a message to his teammates, saying, let's focus here on 3rd down. Calling for it, Guidry looking, pressure coming. As he's brought down, sacked for the loss by number 38. Jordan Eberts, the 6', 215-pound senior, and Guidry is down, so we'll step away for the injury timeout. So after the sack, 4th down for Slidell here, 4th and 18, punting unit on, led by Marcus Candiff. Snap is back, low snap, fielded. Candiff able to get this one away. That one hit Crawford as it came down, and it'll be downed at the, well, let's see where they mark it. Will they mark it? Yeah, they'll mark it where it hit Crawford. So that'll be at the 40, just about the 45-yard line. A good field position for St. Paul's to start this drive. An update on Guidry, he was carried off the field, being tended to on the sideline by trainers for the Tigers. With 4:27 remaining here in the 3rd, and Slidell leads 28-21. Their defense has played sensational. They're going a diamond to the bottom of your screen. Here on 1st down, Mashburn by himself in the backfield. Mashburn calling for it, and this is a design draw going right side, and we have a flag down as it's in the area of holding on that offensive line.
Flag on the play.
Let's see if this will back up the Wolves. And that's holding. That'll make it 1st and 20. As they talk it over, they seemingly do on every penalty. So it'll be 1st and 20 from the 44. Mashburn nearly catching Slidell there. There was a little flinch on the defensive line on the hard count. Mashburn calling for it. Screen pass out and dropped. Dropped by Daniel Zuckerman. And he took a lick there as he as the ball came toward him. That'll bring up 2nd and 22 at the 44. 4 minutes remaining here in the 3rd. St. Paul's looking to continue this drive, and they take their time to get set up and look at the play from the sideline. Trips to the bottom of your screen. At the very top up there, you have Robert Buquak. calling for it. Mashburn running left, an option. He'll pitch it to Smith. Smith running upfield, and he'll be brought down by number 24, Anthony Chadwick, at about the 47th. So that'll still be a 3rd and long for the Wolves. They do have deep threats, and they're capable of explosive plays, but they also have been plagued with drops. Trips to the top of your screen. Mashburn calling for it. Has a man coming from blindside. Launches this one right out of bounds. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Slidell defense holds once again. It's the punt unit led by William Grand. And Ishmael Burdine will go back to return for the Tigers
In the punt, number 30, William
on
Grant,
4th and 13.
Number 1, Ishmael Burdine.
High snap, Grand punts it away, and fair catch called by Burdine at about the 14-yard line.
15-yard line. First down.
So a long field in front of this Slidell offense. And Guidry still being tended to on the sideline. Oh, Guidry gets up off the bench to a roar from the Slidell cheering section. Guidry coming back in. So 1st and 10. See that heavily taped right ankle for the senior. Calling for it. Guidry, the give goes to Dixon, looking to cut, and he's tackled and brought down by a host of Wolves, led there by Rhett Barker, 5'10", 160-pound sophomore for the Wolves. A gain of 1 on the carry, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Slidell. Jordan Smith coming out, new. Guidry on 2nd and 9. Handoff going to Tito Simmons this time, and he's wrapped up and brought down
Marlon Dixon carries, gains 2 yards.
by number 20, Kyle Canigliaro. 5'11" senior, hitting there for about a 2-yard gain, so that'll make it 3rd and 7 for the Tigers as they look to continue this drive. Possibly look for a pass here. Miles Brown, Jordan Smith checking back in. Slidell lines up 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Dixon to Guidry's right. And a flag down as the play clock hits 0. And that'll back him up. That'll make it 3rd and 11. For Slidell as they line back up. Two right, 2 left. Guidry calling for it. Looking downfield as pressure bears down. Launches this one out looking for Simmons. Simmons hauls it in for the big gain. Crossing the 40-yard line. Just a spot-on, beautiful pass there from Guidry. Had the protection. Launches it up. And Simmons had 2 steps on the defender, and it fell right in his breadbasket. He hauled it in. 29-yard reception there from Simmons. 1st and 10 for Slidell at the 42-yard line. Playmaker. Guidry putting Span in motion, calling for it. This time handoff goes to Dixon. He was hit at the line, made one miss, and he's brought down by Jacob Frolick. That'll be a gain of 1 on the carry, so that'll make it second and 9. For the Tigers as they await the play call from the sideline. There at the top of your screen, you see Tito Simmons. He plays all over the field. Calling for it. Handoff goes to Dixon. Has room, right side. Rushing upfield. Good block from his wide receivers on the outside. And he's horse collar tackled down. If no flag called, that was a clear horse collar tackle. But still, regardless, first down for the Tigers. That's a whiff. Brought down by Cade Manent, 5'9" senior. So it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Minute 10 to go here in the third. Guidry will call for it on first down, looking to pass. Has time, launches it over the middle, complete! On the coverage there was Bukoy, and hauled in by number 19, Brandon Span, who had that touchdown earlier in the game. Span down for a second, but gets back up. And another big first down for Slidell as they continue to march down the field. And how about that? You had Guidry helped off of the field. Scary moment. Everybody thought maybe he wouldn't return, and now he's leading quite a drive here for the Tigers as they look to extend their lead here in the third quarter. Guidry calls for it, looks left, launches it right up for Simmons, and he caught it, hauls it in for the touchdown. What a catch, Tito Simmons, and the Tigers extend their lead. I tell you what, I want Jacob Guidry and Tito Simmons autographs after this one. Unreal. 39 seconds to go here in the third, and Wills on to attempt the extra point after this swinging gate. Cheering section for Slidell, absolutely electric after that touchdown. The lefty attempting the extra point, puts it up, and it is through. So with 39 seconds remaining here in the third, Slidell leads 35-21. And Josh Wills to kick this one away for the Tigers, boots it deep. This will be returned by Ward, looking to get it back to the middle, looking for a lane as Slidell bears down, and he's brought down by number 30, Ray Stoltz, 5'10" sophomore for the Tigers. Let's see if the Slidell defense can do it again. They've been sensational, able to stop this St. Paul's offense. Now you have this full house backfield for the Wolves, calling for it. Handoff goes right side. And that was Smith with the carry, brought down by Solomon Hartley. It'll bring up second down and 7 for the Wolves, and looks like they'll let this one run down. 5 seconds left. Will Mashburn just let it go? 3, 2, 1, and they're letting the play go on. Pass out, and that should no flag. So incomplete pass ends the third quarter as Slidell leads 35-21. Kicking off the fourth, trips to the top of your screen. Mashburn on third down, calls for it, looking downfield Steps up in the pocket, launches it, and it is complete for a first down to Brody Rena, a 5'10 freshman for St. Paul's, freshman with the reception here in this huge matchup. First and 10 to 37. Calling for it, Mashburn, delayed handoff, coming back to the near sideline and brought down, Smith brought down in the backfield by Solomon Hartley, who's, we said his name all night. He's all over the field playing with his hair on fire. Second, drops him in the backfield for a loss of 2. That makes it second and 13. Second and 13 for the Wolves. So Mashburn here on second down, trips to the top of your screen. Calling for it, Mashburn launches it over the middle, complete once again to the freshman. Brody Rena hauling in his second pass of the game. And whistle. It's third down and short, and they're gonna say they're gonna call for the measurement. So let's see what we have here. Here on third down. Here come the chains. My guess on this one is short. And Coach Favre standing right in the way of where our shot has it. And oh wow, just short there. Millimeters short. So with Mashburn here, they spot the ball. Mashburn with that 6'4" frame, all he has to do is dive. You have a first down. However, Slidell's big defensive line and linebackers could be able to push him back still. They're going to keep Mashburn in the gun here on third and very short. Trips to the top of your screen as the play comes in from the sideline. This is a huge third down to keep St. Paul's drive going, as they have to make up 2 scores here in the fourth with 10.5 to go. Fans so fired up here on the Slidell stands. Press box is shaking. Here you can see it there on Dave's camera shot. So here, third and short. Mashburn calls for it. Goes to Smith, has a hole. He's crossing the 40, looking to zip down the sideline there. He's run down from behind after crossing the 20-yard line there by Dante Daniels, but a huge gain for the Wolves. A 29-yard run as they were facing third and short. And that's a great job there by the right side of the line to open up that hole. Then good hard running from Mitchell Smith. Motion Smith, throwing it out to Smith on the flare. Dancing upfield is Smith, and he'll be brought down after about an 8-yard gain. Check that, about a 7-yard gain, so that'll make it 2nd and 3 for the Wolves. And they've had a good bit of success on those flare routes to the running backs where they put them in motion and zip it out there to them. Trips to the right. Mashburn calling for it. Handoff goes Smith. Breaks free from one. And still trucking forward. He'll be brought down by Blake Simmons. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for the Wolves here, and another big 3rd down. Here is personnel change. Going back with a full house loaded to the left. Handoff goes Smith, looking to spin off one defender, and he'll be brought down by Simmons once again. Let's see how close he is to that first down. It looks a little short. And it looks like they're going to bring out the chains again to measure it. If it's short, it's 4th down. So here come the chains. Stretched, and that's short. Yeah, very short. So that'll be 4th down for the Wolves. Let's see what they decide to do here. As they mark the ball, it looks like they're going to keep, yeah, it looks like they're going to keep that offensive unit out there. The freshman, Brody Reyna, saw him running to the right side. St. Paul's is ready to go as the chain's still on the field in there as they mark the ball off. St. Paul's is ready to go. Nick Stanton and Yancey to the left. Backfield is Smith. Mashburn under center, calls for it and dives forward. Got a good push there from his offensive line. That essentially looked like the sled drills that you run at practice. Pushing back the defensive line. And that's a 1st and goal for the Wolves. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. 8:58 on the clock though as they trail by 2 scores. Motion across from Stanton, calling for it. Handoff goes Smith, has a hole, and he runs to the end zone. Mitchell Smith with the score. Great blocking. I've said this all game, but great blocking up front from that offensive line to open up a hole, and Smith just hits it in the blink of an eye and puts his head down and gets to the end zone. So now St. Paul's within 1 with 8:48 to go here in the 4th. Big extra point from William Grand coming here. A 6-foot place kicker. Snap is back, place, kick is up, and through. So with 8:48 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Slidell leads 35-28. Kickoff here from Pearson. Pearson boots it away, kicking it toward Crawford. Crawford, they run the reverse to Burdine, and that's a great job, very good special teams play by Michael Crockett, the one who blocked that punt earlier. But Crockett breaking down, staying home, and waiting on Burdine to see what move he would make. St. Paul's discipline there on the special teams play, and not allowing the reverse to fool him. .842 to go here in the 4th, and we see Guidry and company. And I'll tell you, Guidry might be the toughest kid in the district. Handoff goes to Dixon. Dixon still trying to rush hard, and he'll be brought down by a pack of Wolves. But Guidry, that heavily taped up ankle, coming back into the game after being helped up earlier here in the second half. And that'll be 2nd and 9, long 9. Slidell is, look, the clock is their friend at this point, so they're going to milk it for what they can. Snap is back. Guidry looking to pass. Looking right side, launches it complete. Breaks away from 1. and brought down by 31, Rhett Barker, but he was tackled beyond the sticks. He caught it a little shy of the first down marker, and Barker tackled him across the sticks for the first down. So that's a first down, big first down for the Tigers. Under 8 to play here in the fourth. And they're going to let that play clock go down as the play's called in. Under 10 seconds to go on the play clock, and the clock's your friend at this point, so you just let it run. Guidry calls for it. Handoff goes Dixon. Dixon looking to go up the middle, and he is mauled and dropped for no gain on the carry by a pack of Wolves. There by Shandara Kim.
Shandara Kim with the tackle.
A gain of 1, so that makes it 2nd and 9. Slidell continues to milk the clock. St. Paul's needs a stop to get back on the field. Oh, low snap, rolls back. Guidry has to fall on it, and that's a loss. About 8 on the errant snap, as that one literally rolled back to him. Then we get 3rd and 16. 6:38 on the clock here in the fourth. Check that, 3rd and 17. St. Paul's trying to fire up their cheering section down there. Guidry calling for it, looking to pass. Steps up, has time, launches it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Harlan Dixon, right side. On the coverage there was Michael Ward. And that brings up 4th down, so a big stop for St. Paul's here midway through the 4th. Ward back to return this one. On comes Marcus Candiff to punt. Snap is back. It's high. Candiff mishandles it, looking to pick it up as pressure comes, kicks it away. He's able to pick it up and kick it away. Well done by Candiff, and Ward returning this one. He is mauled at the 50-yard line by 29. Cameron Madine, 5'11" senior for the Tigers.
Cameron Madine. Make the tackle.
So St. Paul's right at the 50 here to start this offensive drive, and 6 minutes on the clock here in the game. And they trail by 7. They're looking for the equalizer right here. So trips to the bottom of your screen. Calling for it, Mashburn, handoff Smith, trying to get upfield, and that's a gain of about 4 on the carry. Ball comes out after the whistle was blown. Brought down there by Solomon Hartley. And that'll be 2nd and 7 for the Wolves. .533 on the clock. Mashburn calling for it. Handoff again, this time to Ely. Oh, wow. A good run there, but he was met by Terrius Crawford, who put a lick on him right at the end. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3 for St. Paul's as they look to keep this drive going. We've hit the 5-minute mark. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Motion, Will Robinson. Snap is back, handoff goes Ely, left side, and he'll cross the sticks, get the first down, brought down by Kobe Pettis. But good blocking there by the left side of the line in a critical time to open up a lane for Ely. to get that first down. The ball right at the 40-yard line. The clock continues to run as the chains have been set. Full house backfield. Calling for it. Mishandles the snap, and Ely, check that, Smith has to fall on it. But a low snap that Mashburn couldn't haul in. Well done by the running back, to Ely, to fall on it. But a big loss for the Wolves. Wolves going 3 to the bottom of your screen. Nick Stanton to the top. Mashburn calling for a low snap once again. Mashburn rolling left. He'll take this one himself, running and head to the sideline. So about a 5-yard gain there, but it'll bring up 3rd and 11 with 3:47 to go in the 4th. So on 3rd and 12, trips to the bottom of your screen. Hard count there, Slidell holds discipline. Calling for it. Mashburn launching it. And complete to the freshman. That's 3 receptions for Brody Rena. And at a very critical time in this game, the freshman Reyna comes up big and gives his team a first down, hauling in that pass from Mashburn. Motion, Reyna here. He go trips left, Mashburn. Handoff goes to Smith, looking to cut upfield, and he slipped, and he's dropped with force by Anthony Chadwick for the loss. A loss of 2 on the carry, and that looked like the spine buster from Crawford. .302 on the clock. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Trips right. Calling for it. Mashburn looking to pass as pressure bears down. It's tossed up. Oh, and that could have been called offensive interference on Stanton as he pushed Birdie.
Mashburn pass incomplete.
With no flags out.
Intended for Robinson. Ishmael Burdine made with the coverage.
And will step away for an injury timeout. Huge third down here for the Wolves. 3rd and 12. Mashburn hauls in the snap. Pressure came almost immediately. Smith running upfield, and he'll be down about 4 yards shy of the first down. So that'll be 4th and 4 here. 2:40 on the clock. 4th and 5. And this is huge. Right here, 2:30. St. Paul's. Mashburn in the gun. You see the Slidell defense trying to fire up the crowd here. They've been electric all night. Mashburn calling for it, looking to pass. Surveying, tosses it out. Incomplete. Intended over there. Left side. And on the defense there, Dante Daniels. Big time play. That's a turnover on downs. And Slidell has 2 minutes and 6 seconds to try and run out the clock. Now, on the other side, St. Paul's has 3 timeouts. But Slidell leads 35-28. And so far, this game has lived up to everything that it was hyped up to be. Absolutely incredible. So Slidell coming back out to start this drive at the 15-yard line. 2:06 to go here in the 4th. Motion from Simmons. Tip goes to Simmons on the sweep. He cuts it upfield and no gain. on the carry, and now St. Paul's will call a timeout. So with 1:59 remaining here in the fourth, Slidell leads 35-28. So 2nd and 10 for Slidell. Minute 59 on the clock. Handoff goes to Simmons. Room to run, and he's brought down by a pack of Wolves there, led by Galloway. And another timeout called by St. Paul's. They have one remaining after this one, so 1:53 remaining in the game. Slidell leads 35-28. Third down for Guidry and company. 3rd and 7. Motion. Calls for it. Guidry gives to Dixon, looking to cut up. Slips. Breaks away. Going right side, down the sideline. Will he be caught? Dixon will run out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Big first down for the Tigers. St. Paul's with only one timeout remaining, and Slidell with a fresh set of downs with 1:43 to go here in the fourth. There, Dixon went out of bounds to stop the clock, so St. Paul's didn't need to take a timeout. Now Slidell lining up on 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Guidry calls for it. Handoff, Dixon breaks through one, and he'll be brought down by Canigliaro along with Miles Biggs for no gain. The clock running, 90 seconds to go here in this one. 2nd and 10. And St. Paul's, as of now, holding on to that final timeout. Slidell letting the play clock run down as it gets to 6. Now snap it with 1 second left on it. Handoff goes to Dixon, has a seam. He'll gain about 7 on the carry, and he'll be brought down by a pack of Wolves there. Number 94, Crockett initiated it. 45 seconds on the clock here, 3rd down. And St. Paul still holding on to that final timeout. 30 seconds to go. They're on 3rd and 2 for Slidell. And the timeout taken there by the Tigers with 20 seconds remaining in the game. And Slidell leading 35-28. So 3rd down, 20 seconds on the clock. Guidry under center, calls for it. Give goes to Dixon, and Dixon will be wrapped up and dropped. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. .14 seconds left on the clock, and St. Paul's will take their final timeout. 14 seconds remaining in the game. Slidell up 35-28. Big 4th down. Slidell, 14 seconds on the clock. It's a pass, complete. Slidell, 1st down, run out of bounds, complete to Kevin Boatner. That is a 1st down for Slidell, and we will see the victory formation. Play action, fake the handoff to Dixon. Then you have Boatner waiting out, running the into the flat. And victory formation, the greatest formation in football, and Slidell is victorious over the St. Paul's Wolves in this huge matchup. They win 35-28 in a matchup that lived up to everything that was said about it leading into tonight. Incredible. Let's send a thank you to those who helped bring you this game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Foles, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Menard, cameraman, editor, and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams. So from LV McGinty Stadium, where the Slidell Tigers defeat the St. Paul's Wolves 35-28. My name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.